In college, I had a teammate who had a 666 tatted on the back of his neck, and he saw himself as a spiritual person. From day one, when he got to campus, the Lord drew me to him, and we became like best friends. Still one of my best friends to this day. Just recently, he accepted Jesus into his life, and that is somebody I've been praying for 4 years straight. So the Lord always led us into these very deep conversations, and to be honest, it'll be in times of sin, like we might go out that night and talk about it or whatever. And I think the beautiful part about this testimony is that we are not perfect humans. God can still use us to plant seeds in other people's lives. I want you guys to be encouraged by this is, my friend saw me for 4 or 5 years straight, living an evil lifestyle, living in sin and lust and addiction and all these things. But every time he would see me run back to the Lord, and I might do something and I'd be like, man, I'm never doing that again. 3 hours later, I'm doing the exact same sin, I'm stumbling again, and then I'm crying out to the Lord again. And I used to think God cannot even use me. The whole time I didn't even realize that these were seeds being planted into his life, and a real reality of the Christian walk. The Christian walk is not easy, it's not pretty, it's not without struggle. I struggled every day of my life to let go of these things, and he saw it, but I kept showing up and I kept having a heart for the Lord. 3 years down the line, he's seen the fruits that have been produced in my life, and now he's given his life to Jesus, and I'm so grateful for that. And I had a Muslim brother from a devout Muslim family, grew up in it, and attending the mosque and all these types of things. And when I found the Lord, me and him were having the same struggles, where in an identity crisis, we didn't know who we were, we're falling into sin together, feeling terrible about it together. But by no thought of my own, the Lord would use me to tell him these things that the Lord would bring me. And then all of a sudden one day, he calls me and says, hey man, I've been baptized and I've accepted Jesus Christ into my life. God still used me back then in my disgustingness, in my filth, in my sin, and people's lives were saved. So this is an encouragement to you guys. Get up, keep fighting. You're discouraged of where you're at and you keep falling to sin. All you have to do is keep showing up and keep loving Jesus more, and he will complete you in due time.